Have you ever sat quietly and thought, is this what getting older is supposed to feel like? You're not alone. So many people in their 70s silently wonder if the changes in their body, energy, or memory mean they're slowly fading. It's not something we talk about enough. Society often tells us that aging is a downhill slope, that we become less useful, less seen. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Today I want to talk to you, heart to heart. Because if you're 70 and you're still doing these 6 things, you're not just doing okay, you're thriving. You're winning at life. And you deserve to know it. There's a quiet story many people carry inside as they grow older, a voice that whispers things like, I can't do what I used to, or, maybe it's just downhill from here. That voice didn't come from nowhere. It comes from a culture that tends to sideline older adults, that often values youth over wisdom, speed over steadiness, appearance over experience. We're surrounded by messages that aging means fading health, fading relevance, fading purpose. And it's easy to start believing it, especially when your body starts changing and society doesn't seem to notice you the way it used to. But that's the biggest misunderstanding of all. Aging doesn't mean disappearing. It doesn't mean becoming less. It means becoming something more seasoned, more grounded, more in tune with what truly matters. The myth says strength ends when wrinkles appear. The myth says curiosity and learning stop when the hair turns gray. The myth says joy, love, growth, and contribution are for the young. But you know better. Because inside you, there's still that same spark, that same sense of humor, the same compassion, the same intelligence, the same fire that's been with you all your life. It never left. It just got wiser. The truth is, you can still grow stronger at 70. You can still challenge yourself, care for your body, and sharpen your mind. The truth is, you're not a passive passenger in this chapter of life. You're the one holding the pen, and there's still a lot of story left to write. Let's stop treating aging like a problem to fix and start seeing it as a journey to honor. Because if you're 70 and still asking questions, still laughing, still moving, still showing up for yourself and others, you're not past your prime. You're living proof that your prime isn't behind you. It's happening right now. Let's talk honestly about what's really going on inside our bodies as we age. Because once we understand it, not fear it, we can work with it instead of feeling powerless. First, know this, aging is not a flaw. It's not something going wrong. It's simply the natural progression of a life well lived. As we enter our 60s, 70s, and beyond, a few biological shifts start to happen. Our muscles start to shrink, a condition called sarcopenia. It doesn't happen overnight, but little by little, strength can fade if we don't use it. That's why standing up from a chair or carrying groceries might feel a bit harder than it did years ago. It's not because you're doing something wrong, it's just how the body conserves energy when it's not challenged. Our balance gets shakier, because the systems that help us stay upright, muscles, nerves, inner ear, vision, all begin to lose sensitivity with time. That's also why falls become more common. But balance isn't just luck. It's something you can actively retrain and support. Our brain shifts too. It's normal to have moments when a name or word is on the tip of your tongue. That's not failure. It's just your brain sorting through a lifetime of information. And yes, certain types of memory and processing speed do slow down with age, but others, like vocabulary, emotional insight, and long-term memory, often remain strong or even grow stronger. Our joints may stiffen, our skin loses elasticity, and recovery from activity or injury takes longer. These changes are part of the body's slower pace. But again, slower doesn't mean broken. It just means we need to move more mindfully. But here's the good news that often gets overlooked. Your body and brain are still incredibly trainable. Even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond, you can build new muscle, strengthen balance, sharpen memory, and improve energy. That's not just hopeful talk, it's backed by real science. Simple, consistent habits like walking, stretching, learning new things, and connecting socially have been shown to rewire and revive the aging body and mind. Your body wants to help you, it just needs your permission. So no, you're not too old. You're not slowing down because life is over. You're shifting into a new rhythm. One that still has beauty, power, and potential. You're not broken. You're evolving. Now, I want to speak to something that often goes unspoken. What happens if we don't pay attention to these changes? What happens if we quietly accept decline as our fate? The truth is, when we stop trying, the body and mind take that as a signal to slow down even more. Let's start with the physical side. If you stop using your muscles, because you assume weakness is just part of aging, they begin to shrink faster. That means you might start struggling with everyday tasks like lifting laundry, climbing stairs, or even getting out of bed without support. Small movements that used to feel effortless suddenly feel overwhelming. When you ignore balance training, that slight unsteadiness becomes a bigger risk. A small stumble can turn into a fall, and a fall can take away your confidence, your independence, and even your freedom. That's not meant to scare you, it's meant to show you that you have more control than you think. If you stop challenging your brain, you might find yourself withdrawing from conversations, forgetting important moments, or losing interest in things that once brought you joy. Mental fog isn't just frustrating, it's isolating. And isolation itself is harmful. Studies show that loneliness in older adults can increase the risk of memory loss, heart problems, and even early death. And here's the most heartbreaking part. When we start to believe that our best years are behind us, we stop showing up fully. We start shrinking ourselves, not just in the body but in spirit. You might stop going for walks, stop calling friends, stop dressing up or laughing like you used to. And slowly you start to fade, not because of age but because of the belief that aging means disappearing. But I want you to hear this clearly. It doesn't have to be that way. Your life still holds meaning. And the choices you make today can shape your strength, your clarity, and your joy for years to come. Ignoring these changes hands over your power. But acknowledging them? That's how you reclaim it. Now that we understand what's really going on in the body, and what can happen if we ignore it, let's shift into something far more empowering. What you can actually do about it. And the good news? You don't need a gym membership, fancy equipment, or perfect health. You just need a little time, a little patience, and a whole lot of self-compassion. These 6 simple things, if you can still do them or start working on them, are signs that you're living with strength, purpose, and vitality. Let's go through them one by one. Number 1, standing up from a chair without using your hands. This one might seem small, but it's actually one of the clearest signs of lower body strength and independence. If you can do this, you're telling the world, I still have the power in my legs and the control in my core to support myself. Try this daily. Sit in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the ground. Cross your arms over your chest or place them on your lap. Slowly rise to a full standing position without using your hands. Lower yourself back down with control. Start with 2 or 3 repetitions a day. Work your way up to 10. If you need to hold on at first, that's okay. What matters is that you're practicing. Number 2, walking for 20 minutes a day. Movement is life. When you walk, you're not just exercising, you're circulating blood, improving digestion, strengthening your heart, and lifting your mood. Don't worry if you can't do 20 minutes all at once. Start with 5 minutes in the morning and 5 in the afternoon. Walk indoors, outside, or even in place during your favorite show. Keep your shoulders relaxed and take steady breaths. This one habit alone has been linked to longer life, reduced risk of dementia, and fewer falls. Number 3, remembering a short grocery list without writing it down. This is a wonderful way to keep your short-term memory sharp. If you can still remember 3 to 5 items, you're actively engaging your brain in a healthy way. Try this brain exercise. Pick 3 common items: apples, bread, milk. Say them aloud. Picture each one. Wait 10 minutes, then try to recall them. You can switch it up with names, tasks, or even phone numbers. Your brain, like a muscle, responds to use. Give it little challenges and it'll stay sharper longer. Number 4, reaching both arms over your head comfortably. This is about shoulder mobility and posture. If you can reach both arms overhead without pain or stiffness, you're supporting your spine, lungs, and circulation. Stretch tip. Stand or sit tall. Slowly lift both arms toward the ceiling. Hold for a breath, then bring them down. Do this gently 5 to 10 times each morning. You can also add simple shoulder rolls to loosen tight muscles. Number 5, balancing on one foot for 10 seconds. This one might surprise you. It's a powerful indicator of longevity. If you can balance on one foot, it means your coordination, leg strength, and nervous system are still working together smoothly. Practice daily, safely. Hold onto a counter or chair for support. Lift one foot an inch off the ground. See how long you can hold it. Switch legs. Gradually reduce how much you rely on your hand for balance. Even 10 seconds a day can reduce your risk of falls and boost your confidence when walking on uneven surfaces. Number 6, laughing and connecting with people. This might be the most important one of all. If you can still share a laugh, enjoy a conversation, or feel joy when you're around others, you're nurturing your emotional and mental wellness. Loneliness is one of the most overlooked health risks in older adults. But connection heals. Here's how to keep that connection alive. Call an old friend. Join a community center or senior group. Wave to neighbors. Say hello to someone new at the grocery store. Watch a funny video. Let yourself giggle. Joy is healing. And no matter your age, you're never too old to laugh. The beauty of these 6 habits is that they build on each other. When you move more, you sleep better. When you remember more, you feel more confident. When you connect with others, your heart feels fuller. These aren't just tasks, they're tiny daily acts of self-respect. You're not doing these things to stay young. You're doing them to stay you. Now that we've covered the 6 powerful things you can still do, or start doing, let's talk about a few bonus habits. These are small actions that support your body, mind, and spirit in ways you might not realize, especially as you grow older. They aren't flashy. They won't show up on a blood test. But they quietly create strength, balance, and peace from the inside out. These tips are gentle, doable, and deeply nourishing. Water waves stay gently hydrated. As we age, our sense of thirst becomes less accurate. You might not feel thirsty even when your body truly needs water. Dehydration can sneak up and cause fatigue, headaches, dizziness, and even confusion. Simple tip: keep a glass or small bottle of water nearby throughout the day. Sip regularly, especially when you wake up, take medications, or go outside. Don't wait until you're parched. Think of water as a quiet healer. It keeps your brain clear, your skin soft, and your energy stable. Person in bed, prioritize restful sleep. Many older adults struggle with sleep. Maybe you wake up often during the night, or you have trouble falling asleep at all. That doesn't mean your body doesn't need sleep. It just needs help getting there. Soften your nights. Dim the lights in the evening to signal your body that it's time to wind down. Avoid heavy meals or screen time before bed. Keep a relaxing routine, like reading, light stretching, or listening to soft music. If you wake up often, don't stress. Resting quietly still helps your body recover. Sleep is when your body repairs itself. It's when your brain organizes your memories and your muscles reset. It's not just rest, it's restoration. Broccoli: eat colorful, nourishing foods. You don't need a complicated diet to stay healthy. Just focus on adding more color to your plate: greens, reds, oranges, purples. These colors often mean more nutrients, more antioxidants, and more support for your immune system. Simple approach: add berries to your breakfast. Steam some broccoli or carrots for lunch. Enjoy a hearty soup with beans, greens, and olive oil. Keep snacks like apples, nuts, or boiled eggs nearby. Food is fuel, but it's also comfort, tradition, and care. Choose foods that make you feel alive, not just full. Writing: hand journal or reflect each day. You've lived decades. You've felt deeply. You've overcome more than most people will ever know. Your story matters. Writing even just a few sentences a day gives your mind space to breathe. It helps you reflect, remember, and release what you're holding inside. Try this. Each morning or evening, write down one thing you're grateful for, one moment that made you smile, one hope for tomorrow. You can write it in a notebook, type it, or even say it out loud to yourself. The practice itself is what heals, not the paper. Soak in natural light and fresh air. Even just 10 minutes a day outdoors, on your porch, in your garden, or near an open window, can boost your mood, help regulate sleep, and support vitamin D levels. Let the sun touch your face. Let the breeze remind you that you're still part of the world. Still here. Still vibrant. Give yourself grace. This might be the most important tip of all. There will be days when your body feels tired. When your thoughts feel foggy. When you forget your keys or you need to sit down more often. That's okay. Aging is not about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing what you can, with love and patience. Celebrate every small win. Forgive every setback. Your worth is not tied to your productivity, it's in your presence. These bonus practices don't require money. They don't require youth. They just require you showing up for yourself, one loving habit at a time. You're not doing this to fight aging. You're doing this to honor your life. Let's pause for a moment, not to focus on the physical, but on the emotional gifts that come with caring for yourself this way. Because yes, building strength matters. Yes, keeping your memory sharp matters. But underneath it all, what truly keeps us going is how we feel about ourselves. And aging, when met with care and intention, can be one of the most powerful journeys of self-worth you'll ever experience. Confidence you can feel in your bones. There's a quiet kind of confidence that comes from knowing you can still trust your body, that you can stand up without help, that your hands still write, stir, comfort, and hold. Each time you walk a little farther, balance a little longer, or remember something without needing a note, it builds something inside you. Not arrogance, not ego, but a quiet voice that says, I still have it. That confidence spills into every area of your life. It shows in the way you carry yourself, in the way you speak, in the way you re-engage with the world. And that kind of confidence, it's not based on youth. It's built on wisdom, a sense of control in a world that changes fast. So much of life, especially as we grow older, can feel like it's moving without us. Loved ones move away. Health systems feel confusing. Even technology changes faster than we can keep up. But when you care for your body and mind in small, consistent ways, you regain something precious. A sense of control. You choose when to stretch. You decide what to eat. You challenge your brain. You say, I may not control everything, but I still control what I do with today. That sense of agency helps reduce anxiety, fear, and helplessness. You don't feel like life is just happening to you. You feel like you're still driving your own ship. Dignity in daily living. There is deep dignity in the everyday. In brushing your own hair. In preparing a cup of tea. In remembering the birthday of someone you love. These small acts are not small at all. They say, I matter. My life is worth caring for. That's not something society always tells us, especially after a certain age. But I'm here to tell you now. You are not invisible. You are not disposable. You are not less than because you have a few more aches or slower steps. You are still a whole, complete human being. And every time you care for your body and mind, you're choosing to live with dignity, not just for others to see but for yourself to feel. Aging isn't about losing who you are. It's about returning to what truly matters. And when you reclaim that, your confidence, your control, your dignity, aging becomes not a burden, but a blessing. You may not realize it, but everything you're doing right now, every healthy choice, every small act of care, is creating a ripple that reaches far beyond you. Because you're not just caring for yourself. You're teaching the people around you how to age with grace, with strength, with courage, with heart. Your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, nephews, neighbors, they're watching. And even if they never say it out loud, they're learning from you. They're learning that aging doesn't mean giving up. They're seeing that you still laugh, still walk, still stretch, still grow. They're witnessing what it looks like to love yourself through every season of life. You're becoming the mirror. When a younger person sees you practicing balance exercises or taking your daily walk or smiling after remembering something small, they're not just seeing an older adult being active. They're seeing possibility. You're showing them that aging doesn't have to be feared, it can be embraced. That growing older doesn't mean becoming irrelevant, but becoming richer in wisdom, more grounded in self-awareness. You are becoming the example they'll carry with them for decades to come. You are proof that life doesn't stop at 70, it evolves. Sharing wisdom that stays in the bloodline. There are things only you can pass on, things no textbook or TikTok video can teach. You've lived through joy and heartbreak, through change and resilience. That wisdom is a treasure and it deserves to be shared. When you talk about your self-care practices, when you pass down a recipe, or when you explain how you manage your emotions, you are handing your loved ones a toolkit they can use for life. Let them see you stretch. Invite them on your walk. Talk to them about your sleep routine. Tell them what you do when you feel anxious or tired. Not as advice, not as instruction, but as a gift. You're giving them a head start, a way forward, and a legacy of love. You still have so much to teach. You may not always feel like it, but you're still the teacher. You're still the wise one. And what you model now, your routines, your attitude, your self-respect, will echo for generations. The greatest inheritance isn't money or property. It's mindset. It's self-worth. It's the example of what it looks like to grow older without giving up on yourself. So if you've ever wondered, what am I still here for? The answer might be this: to show others how to age with strength, soul, and joy. And that might just be your most powerful role yet. If no one has told you lately, I'm proud of you. Proud of you for showing up, for learning, for caring for your body and mind, and for proving that growing older isn't the end of something, it's the beginning of something new. You've made it to 70 and beyond. That alone is a triumph. But the fact that you're still standing up without help, still walking, still reaching, remembering, balancing, connecting, that's not just surviving. That's winning at life. And if you're not there yet, if some of these 6 things feel hard right now, that's okay too. Because today you took the first step. And sometimes the first step is simply believing that you can take one more. You are strong. You are wise. And you are so very worthy of care, your own care. Now I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, which of these 6 habits are you proud to still do, or which one are you ready to begin working on this week? I read every comment and I treasure your stories. They inspire not just me, but everyone who visits this space. If this video gave you encouragement, give it a like. And if you'd like to walk this journey of self-care and wellness together, go ahead and subscribe. This channel is your space. Your reminder that aging is not the end of your story, it's the deepening of it. So until next time, be gentle with yourself. Take a slow breath. Take a little walk. And remember, if you're still doing these things at 70, you're not just aging. You're thriving. With love always,